And you mentioned there, you were saying about some of the early tests, and you said about like your longer hair. I think that can take us into the first image as well. That was the one I was going to talk about. That's where you got the white jumper on. And was that, so how long ago was that? Was that one of the earlier ones?
That was with Lucas. I can't pronounce his second name. I'm not going to botch it. But he was, yeah, it was one of my first ever paid shoot was with Tamila. I can't pronounce her second name either, but she was lovely. She was really, really nice, and she's all on natural light. So I had no studio lights with her or anything. It was in her apartment in London, and it was lovely. And obviously I had no idea what I was doing, but she was really great. And then I think he was like one of the third ones I shot with. And yeah, he's kind of the first photographer to be like, you need to focus on like your eyes. You need to like actually express what you're feeling and like what I want to capture with your eyes. Because obviously you don't realize, like you look at an image of a model and you're like, okay, she's just sitting there. When in reality, if you're just sitting there and you're not focusing on what you're doing, you just look dead. But he was like, no, you need to do this, da, 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 da. And he gave me so many like tips that I actually focus on now. And that was the first time I think that I had, because I think it's his girlfriend is the stylist that he works with. So that was the first time I was like, so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to fit into like normal generic like 6 to 8 sizes of like Zara models, because my hips are really wide, and I fit into the clothes. And I just remember going home like, Mum, it actually went well, like it was fine. And then I looked at the images and I was like, oh, I see what he means now, because obviously the images I got back from that shoot are quite different, because obviously how he was directing the shoot, and that's so important when it comes to actually working with a photographer and like feeding off the vibes that he wanted. So